You guys, I finally ran out of my last batch of dog food and I have to make a brand new batch. So I thought that I would jump on and kind of record what I do and show you how I make a batch of dog food from shelf stable products. So stick around. Okay, so about once a week I make a batch of dog food and we supplement it with their dry kibble because, you know, who wants to give your dog dry kibble constantly? It's kind of sad. So we mix it up and we give them some healthy alternatives in the form of a wet dog food. We keep it in the fridge and kind of warm it up a little bit before we feed it to them. They love it. They love it. And I did make some notes as I forget stuff far too easily. And I'm going to tell you about what each ingredient kind of provides for the dogs, but this is what I do. So I have a batch of freeze-dried chicken, and I don't give them chicken all the time. Each batch kind of varies, and sometimes I go meatless because I don't want to overwhelm them with anything in particular. But today I am going to make them a batch with some chicken. So I have my freeze-dried chicken right here, and then I've got some chicken stock. And this chicken stock has been made without any spices or herbs or onions or garlic or anything like that. It is just good bone broth. And that's really good for the dogs because it helps them with shiny coats, it betters their immune system, and from what I read today, it even strengthens their joints. And I wasn't sure of that, I didn't know. Now chicken, by the way, can be easily digested. It says to use it in moderation, which I already do, and we don't use any spices or salt. This is just plain chicken breast that I freeze dried. So also I have pumpkin. I always keep pureed pumpkin in the house because it's such a good substitute for both eggs or butter or both, and my dogs love pumpkin. So I looked it up and it helps with mild diarrhea for dogs. It supports weight management, which I have a Pyrenees and he's a huge guy. He's really big and he's really cute, and you kind of want to keep giving him treats, but you can't because it's bad for him. So I keep my own canned pumpkin that I've made myself, and I also have canned pumpkin that I bought from the store, and you know, I just use whatever I have. Another thing I use are oats. I always keep oats in the house. Another thing to substitutes for eggs is oatmeal. And oats for dogs, let me see where I wrote it, contains vitamin B. It provides all kinds of different vitamins for them, and it also helps with a shiny, healthy coat. Now here I have carrots, and these are freeze-dried. You'll notice that there's a bit of a white hue to them. This happens when you freeze-dry carrots. Even if you boil them or parboil them before you freeze-dry them, they're still going to turn a little bit white. It's just something I've read about, and I'm not the only one. But carrots are really good. They're low calorie. They promote eye, dental, health care. They're good for the immune system too. And then I also have blueberries, and these are dehydrated blueberries. My dogs love blueberries, and these provide antioxidants, fiber, and vitamin C, so they're super good for the dogs. So let me change the camera angle and we'll go and start mixing it up. I start by just pouring all of my chicken into the Tupperware that I'm going to use for dishing it out and everything. This is the one that just always stays in the fridge. And then I'm going to pop open my chicken stock. It's a good sound. You know it's good when you hear that sound. And just pour all of that on top of the chicken. And then I'm going to add some blueberries because all of this stuff has to reconstitute. So it's kind of best to just put it in first as far as I'm concerned. And let me go ahead and stir it up. Start getting that to get incorporated. It's really simple. My dogs love this stuff. And I've got my oats here. I'm just gonna put in probably half of a cup. really not that much, but I try to keep this more on the liquidy side because they like to have it mixed up sometimes with their dry kibble. And I just want to give them the best stuff. I love these guys. Now I've got my carrots. I'm going to put some of those in. Now my dogs are really large, big dogs. My Pyrenees is, I think, 120 pounds. And then I have a lab mix, and he's about 100 pounds now. And they're both not very old dogs. My one dog, the Pyrenees, I think he is going to be 3. And then Cooper, my smaller dog, he'll be 2 soon. All right, I've got some pumpkin I'm going to add, just a good splotch of that in there. That's probably about half of a cup. And again, just kind of stir it all up for them. And this is it. This is all it takes. So in a pinch, if my dogs run out of food, or if food's low at the store, or if prices have gotten crazy, I can mix up a batch of their dog food like this. They love it. They go crazy for this stuff. And I don't have to be worried about it. Everything was on the shelf before I mixed it up. Everything. So since all this is done, I'm going to just get it kind of pushed down a little bit so that those freeze-dried and dehydrated foods can get reconstituted in that moisture. And you could see how it kind of gets all thickened and everything like that. It's really kind of a neat thing. And look how fast that was. So it takes a little while for all of this to reconstitute and become chewy again. And what I'll do is I just cover it up and I put it in the fridge and just leave it alone. And when it's time for them to eat, they're happy. That's it. It's really that simple. It took me less than 5 minutes to put that together. There's something really comforting about knowing I can go to my pantry and pull shelf-stable products off the shelves and put them together to make a batch of food for my animals. It's probably better than what they're going to get in the market. I don't have to worry if there's ever a supply issue or a shortage, if I'm low on funds, or if the store's prices have just gotten out of control. I don't have to really worry. I can just go into the pantry and pull out some shelf-stable products and put together a batch of food for my animals. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's content. Be sure to like and drop a comment. Let me know what you do for your animals. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. It's been fun watching the channel grow again. I took a long hiatus and I'm back trying to get some content up. It's been nice to see it take off again. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys again soon.